Welcome to the long-awaited episode 9 of the NNNGNSBMNPT Cabin Build Challenge. In today's video, we're putting up the first of many foundation beams. So we start our journey here at the right wall center foundation stone. After finding where the center should be, I trace a rough circle matching the diameter of the post. You can see here it's definitely on the rougher side, but the post itself isn't a perfect circle anyway, so I'm not all that worried about it. Next step is to drag over the beam and get it set up. During the initial test that I did on another beam in stone, what you can see that I'm doing right here pretty much worked first try and it stood straight up immediately. This beam, however, seemed to have wanted to take the slower and less impressive route. It got done though, and then it was time for me to mark the profile of the stone onto the beam. I started tracing along the circumference of the timber using this little scribing tool I had made earlier with a peg and a piece of charcoal. You can see here how the topology of the stone gets traced onto the beam. At this point, I was feeling pretty confident. I was thinking, this thing is basically done. All I gotta do is cut out the part that I traced. Little did I know, this is when the real challenge started. It was really at this point here that it hit me. Wait a second. I'm not some 50-year-old master craftsman with, 30 years of experience under my belt. This is really hard, and I got no clue what I'm doing. But with a lot of trial and error, I got it cut well enough that it stood up straight by itself. You can definitely see some flaws around here on the outside, quite shameful, but I'm choosing to focus on the fact that I learned quite a bit about this process, and I'm hoping that for the future beams I can do it a lot better. But there you go, the beam is up, and that marks the end of today's episode. Special thanks to all the Patreon members and donators, and I will see you all in the next episode where we do some of our first timber frame joinery.